Hey there, everybody. It's Brent here, and I'm joined as always with Max.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, and we've had a week to digest two incredible episodes of Bad Batch, and any thoughts from last week's episode two at all?
Yeah, last week kind of took us in a different direction than the first episode.
Oh yeah,
Kind of took us
absolutely.
back to the Clone Wars show with
Yeah,
some familiar characters.
yeah,
I think it kind of set the pace for the show, kind of
yeah,
covering new grounds while exploring old territory and kind of seeing how the world evolved with that.
yeah.
And I think this episode, I have honestly no predictions for this episode because I honestly don't know where we're going.
That's it.
That's
It's
kind
it's
of,
it's
yeah.
it's great. It's interesting. I've got the exact same opinion. It's like I walked off of that episode enjoying it. I sat and watched it again the following day, and enjoyed it just as much. It was a pretty impactful episode, in the sense of storytelling. Usually, the second episode is not always as strong, or it's heavily on character development. This was definitely on character development, but it was incredibly strong. It pulled through. It had some really bright moments and really kind of set more of a tone as to where these characters are going to go with the Omega character by their side.
Oh yeah, I totally
Yeah,
agree. I think it's kind of setting the pace. I think it's interesting that the first episode was so action heavy, and this
yeah,
next episode, the second episode, is so plot heavy,
yeah,
but in a different way than I would have actually expected. I kind of expected
yeah,
them to be
yeah.
really pushing them forward as soldiers and pushing Omega
Right.
forward as a soldier, but instead they took a step back and
Yeah,
kind of thought about who they are as people first, which I think is
yeah,
actually
yeah.
super important to the show.
I mean, it is definitely following the vibes of Mandalorian. The father and the child kind of arc going on there, but in a really good way. I mean, it's uh it's a dynamic element to sell a program on. So
Well, I think it's interesting. Star Wars has always been kind of based around father-son dynamics in a way.
yeah, you good point. Yeah. In this case, it's the daughter son. Sorry, it's the father daughter dynamic,
Yeah.
I should say, which is cool. And yeah, as for expectations, I'm curious this week. I'm hoping they'll start to back into go back and show us what Crosshair's up to a little bit, even if it's only just a part of this week's story. Because I feel like we need to know where he exists in this world now, and what other threats are out there. It's obvious that they're going to be creating this element where they're going to be chasing the Bad Batch throughout the galaxy. I'm guessing. So we just want to see the foundation now. I want to see the foundation of Crosshair and the Empire, and where their status is at this point in time too, as a side story.
Oh yeah, Crosshair's on a mission, and
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think he's going to stop until he either confronts them or kills them in some way.
yeah.
Because I think he's already picked a side, and now
Oh yeah.
he needs to ride his choice
Well,
out.
he's picked a side not by choice. I mean that
Well,
that that
yeah,
chip adaptation that was added in there, it was just crazy. So
but here's the
anyway,
thing:
yeah, yeah,
I don't think if even without the chip, I think he
yeah,
would have already gone against them. I think he would have already think that
yeah,
Hunter's going too far,
yeah,
and I think he was already not fixing to leave them because he doesn't
yeah,
really have a choice, but.
yeah.
I think he would turn on heavy or turn on Hunter in a second.
I think so, and I think he's got a lot to grow as a character to learn that he might eventually be on the wrong side as well. Uh,
Hopefully, I think that'd be a very
it's yeah,
interesting story.
yeah. So anyway, without further ado, we are going to start this episode on three, two, and one.
Everything about this whole season's animation has just blown me away.
Yeah, so good. Replacements. That doesn't sound good.
I kind of hope that Gonk droid just becomes their friend.
I hope so. I like gonk droids.
Me too. They're always kind of a fun element, and they're always just like there, but never really used in a like
Yeah,
awesome effect yet.
yeah.
Even in mine.
She's not complaining.
Oh, that's not good.
Lights cut out again. Thought you fixed it.
Oh wow, that barely fits her.
He doesn't strap down.
It's like
Brilliant.
how I felt at Six Flags as a kid.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna fine. We're gonna be fine.
Yes.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
The data shows he's responding favorably to the procedure.
Let's see if he stays that way.
Oh.
Could be Death Troopers.
Yeah. First
First
generation.
generation, yeah.
Oh, that is so not good.
All right, kid. Just stay close.
That's a bit dangerous without training.
I feel like she's not going to stay close.
Yeah. Although, if she is force sensitive and could sense danger, it might be something cool.
Could be useful.
Yeah.
That's more than the Republic ever did for me.
Oof. This is where it made it sweet for the
Scripted
deal.
recruits will never reach the same level of
It's interesting.
efficiency.
Huh. I like where this is going.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely taking some interesting turns.
Yeah.
Taking some interesting dynamics.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
I had a bad feeling about Saguro not being there.
Yeah. I love how she's mimicking Amy's walk there. It's great.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely.
Uh-oh.
They're taking on some fun dynamics that's like
Yeah.
they could. I don't think would work in live action, but is working awesome in this
Oh,
animated
absolutely.
form.
Yeah. No, totally. Oh, no. She's small enough to go in there. Seriously? Wow.
That seems like a bad idea.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're getting pretty brutal.
Yeah. They don't mind it either. He's going to take down the ship. Oh, it's an old...
Yeah. What he's gonna do? Oh,
Oh,
I never even got off the ground.
damn.
Where's Garrett?
But I wouldn't tell you.
Damn.
It's because I'm willing to do what needs to be done.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Good
That's actually
Wow, this is
That's
really
awesome.
dark.
that's awesome.
This is just dark. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow.
That got so dark so quick.
Holy damn. I didn't expect it to go that dark that quickly. Oh my god. That's what the Empire's all about, though. That they set the premise.
Yeah,
Wow.
it can't be a friendly empire. Wouldn't work.
Yeah. Use those tracking skills. Come on. Oh, good.
Is it the light? He doesn't like lights.
No, it's docile in the light.
Our survival hinges on it.
That's
Grogu? Who knows?
could be anything. It could be Palpatine, Grogu.
Yeah,
More cloning in general is always expansive.
yeah. So how long can the programming last in him?
I don't know, but I think he's still in there.
I think he's still in there, yeah. Oh, he's going to make her a bed, isn't he?
It's gonna be something awesome.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Her own little room. Sweet.
It's your own room.
Nice.
the little bunny's there. Well, it's not hers. It's
Yeah,
Wrecker's, but the little bunny.
He's such a softie.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
love
God.
it.
Wow.
I like it. It was a good episode.
That was good. Oh my god! Wow.
Still can't believe how dark it got.
Damn, that was dark. Wow, that was crazy.
It's an
Like I
amazing episode again.
didn't expect it to go that dark that quickly. That was just damn. That was dark. It was great.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's
Yeah.
one of those things where you can't have the Empire just do half measures with it. They
Oh
have to
no,
go
no.
full Empire. They have to either be
Yeah,
fully evil and fully commit to it, and they
yeah.
did.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
delivered on that.
yeah. I mean, this definitely sets the line for the Dark Troopers set up too.
Oh
And
yeah,
the what's his name? Admiral Ramport, was it? He was the one
Rampart, yeah.
yeah, yeah. We saw him in the hologram last week. And I know from what I read during the week, he's connected to something that was part of the comics, cartoon, some of the. I think he was connected to the books or something in there. So he's been around in either book form or maybe it was the game form already. So they've taken another character that is canon in another area and brought them into animation now, so which is cool.
Oh yeah, I love how they do that. I love how they take, and they've been doing
Yeah.
it both ways. Where I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
Saw
yeah,
Gerrera in, I
yeah,
think 3 different mediums now, where it's
yeah,
animated TV, video game, and
yeah,
then movie. And it's great to see how they evolve the characters and show them at different parts of their
yeah, yeah.
lives. And I just love everything about that.
It's now very obvious that at least in season one, Saw Gerrera is going to be a huge part of this side story arc going on between what's going on with him and his building up of his little rebellion himself. So, but it seems like Saw Gerrera might very well be the first real rebellion, uh, you know, outside of what we saw him in the Clone Wars. So he's going to form this first Empire rebellion.
Oh yeah, I
So,
think he's going to be the first one flying the flag,
oh yeah,
and I
absolutely,
think
yeah,
it's going to be great to see how he
yeah,
develops on different planets, and maybe
yeah.
even see who he connects with over the course of the show.
Correct, yeah. Which kind of makes it so much more disappointing that in Rogue One how he went out, because I didn't like the way he went out in Rogue One. I wish there
Yeah,
was a better way that they ended that character, and I guess I never thought this far ahead, kind of thing, as to what the backstory was. But this backstory is going to be interesting for Saw Gerrera too. I'm seeing,
oh yeah,
yeah,
I think that it's going to be great to see his evolution from Clone
mm,
Wars to now, and then throughout this whole season. He's going to be that human element besides those clones
right,
that
yeah,
we've seen this world shift, and we're going to be able to see it through him from the good perspective rather
correct,
than
yeah,
Tarkin
yeah,
and the evil perspective.
yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's still like I don't know when next. I mean, next week's episode is going to be going now because it's, again we've they've taken care of the encampment of Saw Gerrera. We don't know what the next step for the Empire is going to be. Our heroes, had a ship down for a period of time. We still don't know where they're going next. No Rex at this point in time, so it's like, okay, again, I'm at this point of I don't know. They haven't set anything up for next week, and we're all going in fresh next week with a brand new episode without any knowledge, which is really cool right now. I'm enjoying this, not knowing at all what to anticipate for this next episode.
I think they set up one thing, and I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's Crosshair with the team.
yeah,
When he was looking at the missions they completed, I
yeah,
noticed he didn't. I could be
yeah.
wrong, but I don't think he scratched a mission off for the new on the chalkboard for all of them,
Right. Yeah,
next to all of them. So I think in his mind, this mission isn't complete until he either hunts
yeah,
down the team,
yeah,
and I think he's probably going to either bring it up or it's going to get brought up that they need to hunt down
yeah,
these the rest of
yeah,
these defected clones, the Bad
yeah, yeah,
Batch.
yeah. That, or I mean, it looked like it was more of a thought. As much as Wrecker, was it Wrecker who said I miss Crosshair. Uh, Deep down in the programming, Crosshair misses them, and it was evident because he saw all the markings on the bunker wall, and that just took him out of it. And that very moment, when he sat on the bed at the end and put his head down, it was like
Here's
there's
the
a
thing,
there's a
though.
fight going in on there. There's a fight going in his
I
mind right now
I think
against the programming.
I think he really hates Hunter in a way. I think he hates the position
You
Hunter put him
think
in.
so?
I think even beforehand, he had that mentality of good soldiers follow
I don't.
orders to the kind of the extreme extent. And I
I
think
don't. I
you
don't know. I
remember
think.
in the first episode when he was
Yeah.
like questioning Hunter about like the Jedi.
Yeah, but his programming had already clicked in, so he didn't know what to take in at first.
I
And
mean,
the fact they reinforced that programming even stronger by trying to back it up means that Hunter. I mean, Crosshair's fighting. I think he's fighting this programming desperately and losing it every step of the way right now at this point in time.
yeah,
So
he could be.
I've got a feeling it just feels like he's fighting this thing, and they're going to keep on putting him in and programming. Now that whole thing about finding another donor, they spent years trying to find a donor like Jango Fett in the first place, and it seemed from at least Mandalorian standpoint of view that Grogu was definitely a candidate for something in the cloning area. That's why they wanted him so badly.
Oh
So
yeah.
even though they may not even know that who Grogu is right now, Grogu is still a candidate at this point in time. And if he is found out, or if he's discovered by the Kaminarians, then they will have the ability at least to start that process of a force sensitive or another force. We still don't know what Omega is right now either. So I don't know. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a surprise, obviously,
Yeah.
some element of a twist
Oh yeah.
with who they get to clone. Whether 'cause
Yeah.
I think they're obviously thinking about was it they said that you think about using one of the clones to test or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's not going to pan out. I feel like it's a little too early for something like
Yeah.
that. There has to be a twist,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's going to be some hidden element that's going to be some new surprise with
Yeah.
some familiar
Yeah.
element in there too. That's going to probably
Yeah.
surprise us this season.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing is what that drop is. The early stages of that surprise feels like it might be the Grogu character, because we don't know what the early stages are about that character, and it would take a lot just to even for them to click and find out that that character is even possibly a conduit for another cloning element. But it definitely sets up the premise that the Camino is going to be a battle zone. I think at the end of all this, I think they're going to be fighting to survive and to stay on, and very much like in the Clone Wars when the clones kind of got dedicated to protecting their home. I think that if anything ever happens and the clones are separated and severed from a build up of an empire later on in the future, then the clones will fall back to Camino and protect their home. But I think Camino is going to be in the, dare I say it, crosshair of being destroyed in the future. That's my
I
early
could see,
predictions.
yeah, no, I could see it being destroyed for so
Yeah,
many reasons. I could
yeah,
see just Palpatine destroying it to just hide evidence in general because he's evil and
yeah.
he
Could
just
be.
thinks, well,
Yeah,
I did this whole
yeah,
Shadow War and
yeah,
this is the only thing that connects
yeah,
me to it.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I think
yeah,
there's going to be some if they, I could see that happening, especially for
yeah.
the symbolic element of Camino
Right.
falling, which is one of those pillars just
Yeah.
falling into the clouds.
Correct. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
it's like symbolically
Yeah.
showing that the
Yeah.
clones are over, the Clone War is dead. This is
Yeah. Is
something
yeah.
new,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the Empire is destroying and
Yeah.
reshaping the world in their image.
Yeah. That and that would happen in the first 5 years at least. So we've got at least a good couple of years out of the Bad Batch series, I'm guessing. But I think that things are going to go radically not great for the clones themselves in general, and we're going to see the complete, more or less, with the exception of a few survivors, complete destruction down the track. That's my early specs. So that we've
I
got
think
some
it's
time to go.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to
totally.
be fun for the ride. All right, well, everybody out there, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next week on episode 4 of the Bad Batch. Thank you.